started by drawing in 3 flowers, just the outlines. Then I started with a cobalt blue, adding in some alizarin crimson. And then I pulled up some of the blue with a dry brush. I dry my brush off, I just pull it up off the top. And now I'm going to wet the background. I'm going to get it all real wet so I can flow in some cobalt turquoise. Now if you get puddles, pick it up with a little Kleenex and it'll thin it out a little, and then go ahead and finish wetting down the paper. The cobalt turquoise is going to represent the sky, and then I'm going to add in some cobalt green. The cobalt green is going to be like the grass. When you dry it off, it'll tend to get lighter, so dry it all off and then check it for more darks. Add your darks in around the edges and down underneath like it's shadows. Then I start defining the petals. I'm using ultramarine blue and go around in the dark spots. I'm going to detail the petals with some cobalt turquoise, like I used in the background. Now I think it's time to put a little bit of background in. I'm using an arbitrary shape. We'll let the viewer decide what that is. And I'm using ultramarine blue and alizarin crimson mixed together. Let it mix together on the paper. Whoops, no yellow. Yellow is going green. My really dark value is an indigo blue. The dark indigo will really make the white flowers pop. Dry it off before you do any erasing. Feel it with the back of your hand. If it still feels cool, it's wet. If it doesn't feel cool, you're fine. You'll notice that the eraser works really well if the paper is still white. I think I'm done, so I'm going to sign my work. But as you'll soon see, I see something that really doesn't look right to me. So this is my afterthought. I feel that this corner is a little too empty, so I'm lining up to paint some more background. I'll wet the background so I can get the same effect as on the other side. And I'm going to run some diagonal background lines going up the opposite direction. This whole painting took about a half an hour, plus a few minutes for my afterthought. Also notice that I let the white of the flower petals run on up into each other. That gives it a unity, like it's one shape. Don't run your diagonal lines into the corner. It'll lead the eye out of the painting. Keep it like a vignette. You can attach one side to the edge of the paper, but leave the white around so it kind of encompasses the painting. Now I'm pretty well satisfied, so I'm going to date it and call it quits.